Seatbelts on, we're going to a destination. Welcome to Drive Thoughts.
Episode number 3.
In this episode, we'll be talking about 2 things we ask God for in the course of waiting for a love relationship.
So, ako na.
Ikaw na.
These 2 things are really helpful and key that gisustain sa Ginoo ang period of waiting.
Para sa mga nangutan na kinsa una na crush na tong lahat.
Ako.
Kasi ako.
For those of you guys nga wala nakabalo, I actually prayed for Honey and waited for her for 7 years. So sa iyang side lahi sad na iyang version, but during those years duha ka butang nga nagsustain gyud sa ako that I intentionally and purposely ask the Lord for is number 1, conviction. Clear conviction from the Lord. Kay when I first saw her gyud, murag gyud na starstruck sa iya, guys. I thought nga ba sing crush lang ni or infatuation, and so I really asked the Lord nga, Lord, I want it to be clear. So through the course of time, I really asked for kanang God-given nga conviction gyud regarding sa ako ang emotions towards her. So that is one thing. And another thing that I really asked the Lord is for the commitment. Commitment is somehow you can self-generate it, but if you are committed to something that is not given by God or walay conviction coming from God, then sayang sa dili sad siya insakto. So those are 2 things I really ask for, God-given conviction, and if God kung mo na ang gihatag sa Ginoo sa akong conviction, I know God will sustain that kind of conviction, and also He will grace me para maging committed sad ko as I wait for her. So I know you're aware man sad no nga there was a phase gihapon sa katong process of time nga murag I doubted myself, even si Mami aware siya na nga murag I was trying to kada bitang di na kumutuo nga mao gid ni ang direction sa Ginoo for
Mommy,
this.
my mom.
Oh, ang mami niya. So murag niabot sa point nga murag gusto na ko mo surrender ba, but those 2 things ako ang prayer sa Ginoo nga, Lord, if this is coming from you, I just want to ask that you will sustain me, and as you sustain me, help me to be committed first to you, then to her as I wait for her and for your working sa mga relationship. So those are 2 things for me. I know daghan kayo, but yeah.
2 lang for this episode. So it's also an encouragement no nga waiting is kanang essential siya, but it's also purposeful if you really know what you're waiting for. So not to take it nga basta moingon bitaw mo dapat ingon si you might what gid ako no, but you really have to clarify within yourself nga is it really God telling you to wait for that person?
Yeah.
Hindi lang ikaw ang nagbuot-buot to wait, no? For on my end, 2 things that I ask the Lord for is first is really clarity. No, one of the things yun nga clear sa ako when I was still single is dili should ko mag enter into a relationship while studying. It was really kanang after studies na yun, it was really clear to me, and it was also explained to me by my parents nga anong dili lang sa yun no, while studying. So it was clear to me. So when we met, it was in first year college, so it was very clear na if he made a move at that time, no gid siya, no. And then when he also told me nga he was on the process na of courting, one of the things that I really prayed for is right time. Kaya I don't wanna commit to something nga dili pa ko ready, dili pa ko mature to enter into. So right time is very very important, no? Kaya sometimes we get to be restless nga moingon ta nga kani ganahan naman ko ani niya, sige lang, sulod lang, try lang, because my principle was really date to marry. I want my first boyfriend to really be my husband na yun. I don't need the emotional toll, no, of having a heartbreak, dili din siguro dili lang, no. So it was really my prayer even before when I was really young na my first boyfriend would become my husband. And even at the time when he courted me nga I already liked him, ngayon siya ko nga, Lord, I really want clarity nga this is really the person you have sent for me to marry na. Second is counsel. Counsel was very very important for me because choosing a partner in life is an emotional experience, but I know nga if I just decide on my own emotions, I could be wrong. So I trusted on people who are wise, who are far ahead in experience, who are also decision to make. Is this the right? Do you think this is the right person for me? I was really very keen on not being subjective. Kay I've also seen people who decided nga ako lang mo decide for myself, or like nadala ko sa emotion and then love na nako siya and ana. But then in the end it was a wrong choice because they also did not listen ihapon to the counsel of the people around them. I believe counsel is really very important. Even in the Bible, di ba, counsel was considered as something helpful or beneficial.
Right.
So the counsel I ask for is, it may seem murag maminaw mo for the ladies out there, murag ate excessive kaayo, do I really have to ask counsel from all these people? Like masa may ipaki nila sa ako ang love relationship? But it's very important because if these people care for you, they want you to have a happy life in the future. They want you to make the right decision. They want you to follow the way God wants you to take. So the counsels I had was, of course, from my mom. She was a prayerful mom, so I really considered her counsel as very important. I asked the counsel of the people in my church. That's why see Mike, he was visiting the church and they were observing him as to his acts of service, of his commitment to the church or to God, or is he respectful, is he helpful, and then one of the leaders in the church, of course my pastor, I asked for his counsel, and one of the spiritual fathers I had, I asked for his counsel, and they were all affirmative towards Mike, because he also really showed himself, and then I also asked counsel from my closest friends, mga ate and kuya, who has really been there with me in the journey since the time that I told them na si Mike was courting me, because there was also another person who was courting me at the moment. And then I asked them, what do you think about this? Do you think this is a wise decision? Those were some of the counsels that I had. And then lastly, I made the decision when I also really asked the Lord, of course, very primary yun, asking Him nga, Lord, please speak to me that this is really what you want from me, because if you say yes, I will never make a wrong decision. And it did happen. Siguro it is for another video of how it happened. It was very, I can still remember the exact moment God spoke to me, Mike will become my husband. The exact statement I had was, I cannot imagine living my life with another person but him. And that was the moment I knew he will become my first boyfriend and my husband in the future. So those were two things, clarity and counsel.
Okay, so for me, two things: God-given conviction and commitment. So I hope you guys would also consider those things as you journey in your courtship or waiting. So we're here in our destination. So see you guys sa next episode. Bye!